Today, we're not just going to talk about a concept. We're going to become architects. Yeah, you heard me. We're about to unpack an incredible blueprint for building a life of real, deep mastery, and it's all based on some of the most powerful ideas in personal development. So let's just jump right in with a pretty fundamental question. Really think about this for a second. Are you the one consciously designing your life, laying the bricks, choosing the materials? Or is it kind of just building itself on autopilot, maybe with old programming that doesn't even serve you anymore? Here's the thing. You're already the architect, whether you realize it or not. So what we're going to do here is hand you the actual blueprint. We're going to give you the tools and the plans to consciously, intentionally build the masterpiece you were always meant to live in. Let's get to it. Okay, so every great project, every skyscraper, every cathedral, it all starts with understanding your tools. Before we can even think about laying a foundation, we've got to know what's in our toolkit. And here they are, our 3 core tools. First up, we've got desire, straight from the playbook of Napoleon Hill. This is our fuel, our vision. Then there's Next-Gen LP, that's Neuro-Linguïstisch Programmering, which is basically the coding language we're going to use to rewrite our own software. And finally, timeline therapy. Think of this as our expert demolition crew, the team that comes in to safely clear out all the old, shaky foundations from the past. So let's start with desire. And look, we're not talking about some casual wish like, oh, I hope this happens. No, Napoleon Hill was talking about a white-hot, burning desire. It has to be specific. This is the absolute starting point of everything. It's the why that's going to power this entire project. Honestly, without it, the best tools in the world are just useless. Next up, our programming language, Next-Gen NLP. Now, this isn't about changing just one little habit. You've got to think bigger. We are talking about rewriting the entire underlying code that runs your thoughts, your emotions, your behaviors. This is how you make changes that stick, deep, systemic changes. Okay, now that we've got our tools, what exactly are we building? Well, the whole structure really breaks down into 2 core parts. First, there's the Coherent Nexus. This is all about your inner stability and power. It's your foundation. Then there's the interface. This is how you connect with the world. It's the system that deals with everything outside of you. Let's dig into the Nexus first. So, how do we do it? Simple. We start from the inside out, because a strong, stable inner core isn't just a nice to have. It's the absolute, non-negotiable foundation for anything magnificent you want to build in your life. So what even is this coherent nexus? It's not a thing you get, it's a state you are. It's that feeling when your thoughts, your emotions, and your actual physical body are all perfectly in sync, all on the same page. And when that happens, you create this unshakable inner core, a place of peace and incredible power. Now, this inner core is held up by 3 absolutely critical pillars. You've got mind-body coherence, which is just getting your head and your body working together in harmony. Then there's value congruence, which means making sure the things you do actually line up with what you deeply believe. And finally, inner alignment. You know that feeling when one part of you wants something and another part wants the complete opposite? Yeah, this is about resolving those conflicts and becoming one unified, powerful self. All right, so once that foundation is solid as a rock, then we can start to design the part of the building that everyone sees, the part that actually interacts with the world. We're talking about the interface. The best way to think about the interface is like your own personal operating system, your own iOS or Android. It's the software that determines how you perceive the world, how you process all that incoming data, and, this is the most important part, how you choose to respond. We're getting rid of those knee-jerk reactions and replacing them with conscious, powerful intention. So how do we calibrate this thing? Well, it really just comes down to mastering 3 flows. First, what comes in, learning to see what's actually there, not what our biases tell us is there. Second, how we process it, choosing how to respond emotionally instead of just getting triggered all the time. And third, what goes out, communicating our inner state with total clarity and purpose. Okay, so we've got the inner core and we've got the outer design. Now for the really cool part, seeing how they work together as this dynamic, living system. Because this is not a one-and-done job. It's a constant, living process. And here's what that process looks like. It's called the architect's feedback loop. Step 1, you build that strong, coherent inner nexus. You start from a place of strength. Step 2, using that inner stability, you calibrate your interface. And step 3, you go out into the world. You act, you observe what happens, you get feedback, and you use that feedback to refine and strengthen your nexus even more. It's this beautiful, powerful cycle of growth. Now, it's really important to get this straight. This whole blueprint, it's not magic, it's not some secret hack. This is the science of the self. And it's definitely not a quick fix you do once and you're done. No, it's a dedicated, lifelong practice of consciously creating your reality. So you put in all this work. What's the payoff? What's the point of all this architectural effort? I mean, what does it actually feel like to live inside the masterpiece that you've built for yourself? Well, I can tell you, life as a conscious architect, it completely changes the game. You become what we call a congruent self, where what you think, what you feel, and what you do are all in perfect, beautiful harmony. You literally become a magnet for the people and opportunities that resonate with that coherent inner state. And here's the real secret, the biggest takeaway. You finally understand that reality isn't shaped by what you want, it's shaped by who you are. So there it is. That's the code of self-mastery. You have the blueprint, you've got the tools. The only question left is the one for you. Are you ready to write the first line of your code?